Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Escobar, Soviet Global Command. What is this? 11.3. One bit of housekeeping from the NATO turn. I made another miscalculation on figuring IPP. I got the price of the field artilleries wrong in Marmara. So they were actually only able to afford one instead of two. So I've taken one away. I believe that was correct. Yes. Okay, so now we're on to repair. NATO had put 5 damage on the minor army base in southern Caucasia. And that damage is paid off with battle stars, as you see there. So it's back in operation. Okay, now tech. PGM, SDI, advanced ASF, advanced sonar. I got advanced ASF, and that was it. That goes to stage 3. And I can feel and hear and see another train being loaded for Siberia. Global operations. Okay, we are having global operations. Iraq, as I'm sure you've guessed, since the Soviets meet the criteria now, they have a defense treaty with Iraq and they hold 2 Iranian land zones. So the Soviets are going to try to talk Saddam into a military pact with 2 free dice and 1 paid die costing 2. Then on to Alliance nuclear release. The Soviets confirm theater release against the NATO alliance. They don't get to place anything on the board. They just get access to 6 theater nuclear cruise missiles. Nuclear anti-ship missiles are no longer a thing. So just delete that from your thinking. Okay, now military aid. Gonna send Iraq an attack chopper and a medium bomber for 6. Warsaw Pact gets a next-gen MBT for 5. Regular purchase. Going to spend 5 battle stars. The Soviets started the turn with 11. 5 battle stars on an army base upgrade. Then they're going to spend 8 on a pair of MBTs, 6 on 2 early gen fighters, then 4 2 times for a total of 4 early gen MBTs, and then 9 on 2 more early gen MBTs and a next gen MBT. Building 7 cruise missiles and 5 anti-ship missiles. Combat. Okay, since the Americans shifted everything they had over here to I-12 for the invasion of Hyderabad, they left I-6 open. So the backfire from Afghanistan flies 1 over here to eastern Iran. These 2 fighters from Afghanistan come along to escort. And the backfire is going to shoot 3 anti-ship missiles into I-6 targeting oil tankers. The Americans here have two Top Gun ASFs and a fighter. Well, no, two Top Gun ASFs, because the fighter only has a scramble range of 1. But they are going to scramble the Top Guns over here to eastern Iran to intercept the Soviet strike package. All right, then the theater missile battery there in western Ukraine is going to fire 1 theater missile at the major air base in Marmara. Theater missile facility strike. And then everybody's going to gang together here in the Black Sea. These 3 SSNs are each shooting a pair of anti-ship missiles. On the fleet card there, we have a cruiser and a destroyer that are shooting 1 each. That makes 8. And then the major shipyard in eastern Ukraine is going to shoot 1 for a total of 9 anti-ship missiles targeting the NATO fleet in M10. That fleet is right here, has a pair of cruisers, 2 frigates, and 2 ASFs, so they're going to have 6 missile defense shots. And that's it for combat movement. All right, so first up, we'll just do them in order. First up, let's do the action in I-6. So we have interception to start. We're going to have 2 American Top Gun ASFs. And that'll be good for 1 interception hit. Okay, the Soviets have 2 fighters, backfire. And according to this, the backfire does not have an interception value. So we got 2 fighters firing for the Soviets. And they get 1 interception hit in return. So 1 each. That's 1 air battle star each for the Soviets and the Americans. Yeah, those are air interception hits. So 1 fighter comes off for the Soviet, and the Americans lose a Top Gun ASF. Okay, so now the missiles fire. We have 3 anti-ship missiles. And that's going to be good for 2 hits. So just take the 2 off the bottom. These go on the Soviet dashboard for some extra monies. All right, now let's do the theater missile attack on the major air base in Marmara. So we've got 2 inherent SAMs there. Both miss. The theater missile comes in. I got some new 6-sided dice. I've got Team Blue and Team Red. Five damage on that major airbase. See if I can slip it in here. Marmar is pretty crowded. That wasn't what I wanted. Okay. 5 damage. Now we're going to have the ASM attack into M10. So we start off here with 6 missile defense shots fired by the fleet. Oh, they did pretty damn good. That's going to be good for 4 hits. 4 inbound missiles shot down. That means 5 missiles get through. And that's going to be good for 1 hit. 1 hit. Soviets not very pleased about their missile targeting. Not very pleased at all. So NATO is going to take their hit. NATO's going to take their hit on a frigate. NATO's going to take their hit on a frigate because they don't want to have to send a capital ship in for repair and weaken the overall fleet strength. So this can be replaced in military aid by the Americans. So they take the hit on a frigate. All right, that is it for combat. So now we have the diplomacy roll for Iraq. No doing. Missed it by 1. They had a 9. Saddam's holding out for more. Okay, non-combat movement. Well, the backfire and the fighter go back to Afghanistan. The surviving Top Gun goes back to the supercarrier. Which way do they want to go there? They're going to have to go this way. These 2 next-gen MBTs go from southern Caucasia to central Turkey. And that's it for non-combat down here. Up here in Akershus, these 4 MBTs are going to move to Gotaland along with these 2 Marines. Go hang out in Polish possessed Gotaland, leaving 2 mechs and Sam to garrison Akershus. Then these guys here in western Ukraine are moving over here to West Poland to backstop Warsaw Pact. Then the 2 theater missiles from Leningrad are moving to Moscow. The mobilized CBM from northern Russia moves to Gorky. The one from Ulyanovsk moves to Gorky. The one from Orenburg moves to Ural. Now this is something we have discussed in the group about Team Red being able to move their mobile missiles into positions where they can't be reached by Team Blue's surgical strike aircraft. So I figured it's the logical play under the existing rules, so I may as well do it, and we will discuss it and see if something needs to be altered to keep these in play. So that's going to be it. I believe that's it for non-combat movement. Yeah. Yes, I believe it is. So now we're placing units. So the army base upgrade. Get the tripod set where it's not going to knock things over. The army base upgrade is going here in southern Caucasia. So that minor is now a major. Then over here in India, Soviet India, going to build 2 MBTs in New Delhi and 2 early gen fighters in West Bengal. Then two early gen MBTs in Tehran. Refresh my memory, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's what I thought. 2 more early gen MBTs in South Caucasia. And then 2 early gen MBTs.
Alert from software update. Software update.
Well, thank you for that. 2 early gen MBTs and a next gen MBT in Western Ukraine. Okay, now we're delivering aid. Next gen MBT gets delivered to East Germany. So 3 grays mix a green. It didn't pan out the way they wanted it to this time, but it might in the future. So the medium bomber airlifts into Iraq, and the attack chopper is going to heavy airlift in. Okay, that's all aid delivered. The Soviets are at 44, and they have, I believe it was 4 bombers. No, 4 plus 6 more for 2 tankers. That makes 54 is what they're going to collect. $54. Their 1 battle star puts 2 in their bank. And then they didn't shoot any cruise missiles this time. So they're going to have a big ton of cruise missiles next turn. It looks like they're going to have 14 cruise missiles in the inventory for next turn. And they had 3 anti-ship missiles left over. So add 5 more to those. Okay, Ozark Outpost, over and out.